So some of the red flags and platforms to use. Now, we've gone over the platforms in the offshore space. I think if you are using platforms, particularly stick to Morningstar and Novia, they're FCA regulated, they're very clean funding, etc., and you know what you're paying. On that, I would stay away from red flags if you're moving it into an offshore bond. So if someone's moving it into such products, such an offshore bond, the pension has no need to go into an offshore bond. It's already in a tax wrapper. So if you're moving it into a platform such as RL360 or Quilter under very extreme circumstances, unless under very, very extreme circumstances it's used at the base cost with over $500,000, where it effectively becomes a platform, more or less, you have no real need to go into those. So they're red flags. If you're paying anything more than 0.4% for the platform, again, red flags. For that, if there's the advisors saying, especially offshore, if they're not doing it for any costs or it's free, again, it's red flags. I haven't met anyone that works for free yet on that. So stick to platforms like Morningstar, Novia. Make sure it's a clear fee guideline if you know how much you're paying for the platform, the fund costs, where it's going in. Is it's not going in kind of DFMs that are highly charged. It's mainly you want to be sticking to low cost ETFs, maybe a few active funds. Make sure the platform, again, is FCA regulated. The advisor, make sure they're level 4 regulated, preferably with some experience offshore if you are getting them transferred offshore, and make sure they have kind of local knowledge on where you're living as well. So in conclusion, I do think if you have moved abroad and you do have multiple pensions in different pots, maybe worth looking at. But at the same time, there is an additional need. Advisors will often say, oh, you should look at moving your pension. For a lot of people, I say maybe it's worth just keeping it in the UK, especially if you're paying low cost and it's already and you're already actively managing it.